Hi guys, welcome back to Visual Manifestations. I was seriously waiting for the lockdown to get over so that I can start shooting my videos and be with you all again. So, after the lockdown, we have an interesting topic and which is very relevant to whatever you all have gone through in the last 2 months, 3 months. We are going to talk about wastage. How much of ourselves we waste for things, people, situation, or places, and where does it affect? Most of you complain that you don't get focused. You are not able to focus on your work. You're not able to finish your work. There's too much of work and too less time. Or your money doesn't seem to stay. Or you're never happy. That is all because of one common reason. Your focus is not coming because your mind is everywhere. That means you're wasting. You're wasting your time, money, effort, resources, speech, thoughts, actions into things that are not needed. Just like shopping spree, just like this buying spree that people had when the liquor shops opened or when the grocery shops opened, people were in buying spree. Though they are not going to consume everything in day one and things are not going out of the market, but it was that feeling of I'm going to lose out. Similarly, we do waste. It's wastage is not always about that I don't waste water, my taps are always closed, I don't waste electricity, no, I don't waste food. It's not limited to food, water, electricity. It's not limited to money. Wasting has become an inherent problem in people. Most of us go through wastage. And because we cannot control it, so we try to be mindful of the things that we can control. Those are objects because they happen in front of our eyes. Now, I'll give you one example. You've seen at homes, people have this habit, especially when they're telling their kids or their spouses, they would repeat a thing over and over for nothing. They will they will give one command and they'll repeat it thrice, 4 times, 5 times, 10 times. Repeating it 10 times is only increasing your blood pressure. You're getting frustrated. But the person has heard it the first time. If they didn't do that the first time, then they are not going to do it. Yes, if they're a kid or if they are kind of disturbed or pissed off or they don't want any conflict with you, then they will do it out of disgust or fear. They're not doing it because you are effective. So they will do it, but given a chance, when they grow up, they're going to stop that. And then you're going to feel that my teenage son has become obstinate. My husband doesn't listen to me. My wife doesn't pay any attention to me. That all did not start that day. That started much way back. So stop wastage of your words. Instead, say it once. If the person hasn't heard it or hasn't understood it, say it again. And be specific on what you want and why you want. So be specific. Say it once. If the person has to do it, will do it. If the person doesn't have to do it or doesn't want to do it, then think of your backup plan. What is your next best course of action? You can either take it or you can leave it. So if you're leaving it, then what next? If the thing is critical, then somebody has to get it done. So either you do it or think of something else to say to motivate the other person to do it. Or find somebody else to do it. But don't waste your words 10 times, 11 times, because that saying it is only wasting your mental energy. Secondly, when you are texting, common mistakes we all make. When you're texting, most of you have too many, you put too many enters. You'll be like, hi, enter. How are you, enter. Good morning, enter. And then you keep pressing enter. You don't realize the other person reading it. By the time the other person reads it, there are 15 messages, of which meaningful is one message or maybe none. Because all you've done is, can I call? Can I talk? Can I do this? But you haven't mentioned why. You haven't mentioned when. You haven't mentioned whether it's important or whether it's not. So learn to stop wastage in communication. Just like emails, just like official emails, when you are texting somebody, make sure your sentence is either, if it's a question, then be clear what you want, when you want, how you want. So the questions like who, when, what shouldn't arise after you finish your sentence. Or if you're just wishing somebody or wishing or communicating with somebody and wishing somebody a good day, be specific. Don't say hi, enter. Good morning, enter. How are you, enter. Hope you are good, enter. Can I call, enter. That's also irritating. You're wasted. You wasted your communication. You wasted your image. You wasted your mind space. Instead, why don't you come to the point and why don't you say, hi, I hope you're doing good. I need your help regarding this. Can you help me please? One paragraph and enter, so that when the person reads the message, has the entire communication, knows, then they can revert with a yes or a no. Similarly, don't waste knowledge. Just because you have knowledge doesn't mean that you have to go around giving it to people who don't need it, because then you're going to feel frustrated because they're just going to take it. They're just going to listen, not going to implement, and next day they're going to come back again looking for more, and you're going to feel used. So, your having knowledge does not mean that you have to go and give it for free or for charity. If you really want to do it for charity, then go teach everybody. Open a YouTube channel. Write a blog so that others can read it. Only people who need it will find it and will read it. But you don't give it to everybody, not to your friends, family. Just because they are friend and family, you don't lecture them, because that makes you nagging. They will start avoiding you, or they will come and try to take more knowledge out of you, and you will feel drained because they will follow nothing. They will only come to you and you will end up playing the agony aunt. So stop your communication, stop wastage. If somebody really values it, if somebody really needs it, will come to you, will pay the price, whether it's money, whether it's service, whether it's acknowledgement, or the price by doing it. That's respect. So if the person is implementing what you're saying, then it's not wasted. But that will only happen when the person has come to you with a problem. But if you see that repeatedly, it has happened in the past too, that you have told the person something and the person just simply vanished and then came back again with a new set of queries, yet nothing, they're going to do nothing about it. So once bitten, twice shy. Next time, just be mindful, because if you haven't learned the lesson, it's going to keep repeating with you. That's the law of attraction. That's how cause and effect works. So learn your lesson and move on. Remember your lesson. Forget the situation, the thing will stop repeating yourself because you are going to stop wastage. So respect yourself. How do you grow self-respect? By respecting your speech, by respecting your mind space, by respecting your body. Don't go ahead and do something for somebody just because somebody will feel comfortable. No, if your body is not permitting, don't do it. Stop wastage. Don't get up thrice to get your bowl of food, your bottle of water, and to switch on the light. When you get up, finish all the tasks and come back. Stop wastage. So that is how you control wastage. So how do you control wastage? So much of wastage, I think you've got the message now, but how do you control wastage? Two simple things. Firstly, have a priority in life. Know your priorities. What are your priorities? What are you? Whether your priorities, how will you know your priorities? They should come from your dream or your aim sheet. You should have a dream sheet. You should know that, okay, I'm born to do these things. So anything related to these are my growth. Anything beyond this are wastage. So learn to know them. Any information that pertains to your dream, your growth is not wastage. But anything else, why there was a noise in the neighbor's house, why was the dog barking downstairs, why did my best friend fight with her best friend, those are all wastage. What do I perceive? Your perception of somebody else's actions, words, wastage. Only hear what is being told to you, only see what your eyes are seeing. Don't go with your perceptions. So don't reply from perceptions, reply on the questions asked at that point of time. So bring yourself out from past, stop thinking of the future, only focus on the present. So know your priorities. Once you know your priority, and if you are doing something, saying something, meaning something, thinking about something which is not to do with your priority list or even to do with your priority list, ask yourself a very simple and unique step. Ask yourself why. Like we do in Six Sigma, we use 5 whys. Similarly, use those 5 whys. Ask yourself why. Drill down deep to your intention. You will know whether you're doing it out of your ego or you're just doing it out of your habit or because you really need it. You will know it then and there. So ask yourself why. Be mindful. That is how you bring your focus back. Anything that you do from now on, make it a point that it should align to your life dreams, and it should be, it's not that you're going and harming somebody. It's not that you're being mean to somebody. It's just that you don't want to waste your time, energy, effort, or intellect, same as you don't waste water, electricity, or money, or food. It's the same process. So bring the habit of reducing wastage in your life, and you will see, apart from the objects, there's so many things you waste on. You had a fight with your, let's say, boyfriend or husband or wife, and you're talking about it the next 15 days with your colleagues. You're wasting your time because your colleague is not fighting. The fight was in the past, it's already over. You're talking about it, it's not going to restart the fight, or it's not going to get sorted. So instead, think what you can do to solve the fight instead of complaining, cribbing, or talking it out with your besties. That's wastage. So reduce wastage, ask yourself why, and always have a solution-based approach. Problems will be problems. I keep saying you cannot run away from problems. Problems will always be problems. They will remain problems. They will happen every day. But what you do about it is the solution-centric approach. Instead of cribbing about the problem, complaining, or talking about it with your best friends or colleagues and people, your parents, and having a counseling session, ultimately coming out with nothing, instead focus on what is it that you can do on your part to improve the situation. If you can do something, do it. If you cannot do something, leave it and move on. That is how you reduce wastage. Try doing that, friends, and let me know where you have implemented this and what has been the result. It is a gradual process. It will not happen in a day. Yes, it will reduce your urge to message, your urge to reply in social media groups, and your urge to reply to a tweet or retweet for no reason. So it will be difficult initially but trust me, after a few months, days, weeks, you will realize how much time you are left for yourself, and you will stop craving, I don't get time for myself, I'm so drained out, I'm so tired, I'm so sick and tired of people. You will never feel that. Reduce wastage from your life just as you reduce wastage from your kitchen, and see the difference. And if you need any further guidance, well, all the links are in the description below, including our website. Do go there. You can connect with me directly on WhatsApp, and I can help you out. And this is Nilanjana saying bye. You all stay in, you all stay safe, and I'll see you around. Bye.